Hiya, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and it's time for this month's book chat. Now, in chats past, we've done all these, big topics, discussion and thought-provoking, drama llama book chats, and I don't want to do that for this one. I think that we need a light, fun one, a good getting-to-know-you post. So, we're gonna go with the trusty standby of Desert Island books. Of course, I have to change it up a little bit. So we're gonna do your 5 Desert Island books with a little bit of a twist. So there are going to be 5 different categories, and you have to choose your books within those categories. One other addendum, you're not allowed to say that you would bring any survival books or any boring crap like that. We're going to assume on our island that someone else has already crash landed there and that they brought all the survival crap you would ever need. So you have no reason to pick a survival guidebook or any of that nonsense. Pick something that represents you, that tells us about you. It's all about getting to know you and not actually surviving on an island, because we're not in Lost. So for our 5 books, there are 5 categories. Number 1 is going to be a book that you've read before and love and want to be able to reread. Number 2, a book that you've never read and have always been meaning to read. Number 3, a childhood favorite. You can decide which stage of childhood you want to choose from. Number 4, you have the option of either a series, and we'll just assume it's all in one volume, so like a bind-up, or a book that's been recommended to you a lot that you haven't picked up. And number 5 is a free one. You decide what you want to pick for that. So, for my first choice, for my book that I want to be able to reread, I'm going to go with the complete works of Jane Austen. And this isn't cheating for 2 reasons. Number 1, it is in one volume, and I own that one volume. So I can bring this one volume. That's a book. That's one book. Yes, it has 6 in it, but it's one book. Number 2, it's my chat, and I can do it if I want to. So when you make your chat, fine, bend the rules. As long as you explain why, I don't care. I'm not a stickler for the rules. So yeah, they're my comfort books, I guess. They're ones that I will reread over and over and have for the last 10 years. I've read more than I can count, except for Mansfield Park, which I've only read once. But I guess if I was on an island, I would maybe give Mansfield Park a second chance. Number 2, my choice for a book that I haven't read. I'm going to tweak the rules a little bit on this one too, and go with something that I haven't read in its entirety. Now for this one I have options. I'm not sure which one I would go with, but either the Complete Grimm's Fairy Tales, though probably not this edition, because I want one of the pretty leather-bound ones, or like the one that Barnes & Noble has. I love that edition. I've read many of them, but not all of them, and I would think if I'm going to be on an island somewhere for the rest of my life, with little chance of being rescued, I'm going to want a good variety to read, and things that can kind of take my imagination, so fairy tales would be a good one, and I mean, there's a lot of fairy tales in that. But if I didn't take that, it would be The Riverside Shakespeare, which is this thick. Now, I've read a good many of these, and I'm not a crazy Shakespeare buff. Okay, I do have 2 complete works, but whatever. But my thinking is, same as the fairy tales, I'm going to want a lot of good variety, and if anyone's got variety, it's Shakespeare. And there are a ton of different stories, and I think you pull something new from them each time you read them. Plus it's annotated, so I can learn little tidbits and pick up some really great curse words from Shakespeare, which I think would come in handy when you're isolated on an island, because you're going to have things to curse at. And then if I ever do get rescued, I can just speak in all iambic pentameter and quote him all the time, and make them all think that I've lost my mind, or I'm really the world's most pretentious castaway. You gotta have something, some goal in life. Number 3, for my childhood favorite, I would go with Anne of Green Gables. Now, as many copies of this as I own, you'd think I'd be able to find one right now, but no, that's clearly not gonna happen. I mean, I found Anne's House of Dreams, and I found Anne of Ingleside. Can't find any of the rest of them. No Green Gables. If possible, I would like to get a bind-up of all of the Avonlea books. All of them, not just Anne, but every Avonlea book. Even the ones I don't particularly love. Just because, I mean, I'm on an island. What else am I going to do? 4, for series. I thought about this one a while, and I couldn't really think of one that I absolutely had to have. I guess I could have put Anne of Green Gables here and picked something else for childhood favorite. I think I would have to go with Harry Potter, but I don't know if I would pick Harry Potter. I'm picking it now because I can't think of anything else, but I think I would want to pick something that maybe I haven't read, so I'd have something new to read. Maybe something that's been recommended to me a lot, but I don't know, nothing's coming to mind. And number 5 for my free choice, this is another one that I'm torn on. Part of me would like to just grab something randomly, just blindly from a shelf and have it be a surprise book that I get to have. Another part of me really wants to go with I Capture the Castle, which I can't find, as always. I love this book, and for some reason it just seems like it would be well suited to being on an island. It's got that kind of like Dog Days of Summer feel to it, and it's just good and quirky and fun, so. But I really don't know what I would pick for my 5th one. I think I would just kind of maybe go in a bookstore, spin around, and just pick one. So those are my 5 desert island books that were really about 75 books. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's my idea of survival skills. How many books can you really cram in there? So I'm eager to hear your lists and how you interpret the rules and how you would choose your books and all that jazz. So if you do your own book chat, you can either link it up as a video response below or link the vlog or blog post on the linky at thebookrat.com. And of course, you're welcome to just tell us in the comments. Make sure you stop around other people's chats and see what they chose. I'm gonna let you go now, but I think the way we should end this is to make a pact that if we're ever gonna be stranded on a desert island, we all agree to be stranded on the same desert island. So we'll have my 5 books and your 5 books and their 5 books, and we will have a whole good library to start our new civilization. That's it for me. Happy reading, and I'll see you next time.